Hey there, guys. It's me, of course, Ichigo Musco, and I just had a haircut. There are a couple things that I had on my mind for quite some time, and one of them being what's going on in today's society, especially if you're part of the online community, which I am part of. Now, what's important here within our own community, namely the gamer community, I've noticed for quite some time. Seems like most people who actually, are more advanced in the LP community than others, they'll pick up the latest game that's out, and in comparison to everybody else, and I'm not saying that I'm usually doing something just that just came out. I mean something that just like something fresh from the market. And yet, I don't know, it causes a bit of a problem because, of course, in the online community, everybody does their style of commentary different. I mean, you have those who do not put commentary on their videos, whereas you got people like me who do commentary on their videos. And it's something that everyone can respect because not everybody is the same. Now, I respect that. Really, I respect that. If somebody if somebody just wants to make gameplay videos, that's fine. That's okay in my book. Whereas if you're trying to do something with your videos, like make it fancy, make it a little bit different, that's good too. I mean, I don't put any kind of bells and whistles on my videos, and it's that's just me. But suffice to say that I feel, and feel free to comment on this, but I feel sometimes that some parts in the gaming community, whenever there's a new game that comes out, people are willing to whore themselves just to say they have it. And I don't mean whore in a bad way. I mean, say for instance, the following games that I'm going to list right now, you'll probably see people just whoring out videos, just whoring out different videos just because it's part of a fan base, or they want to be the first of many to do let's plays of it. For instance, WWE 13. Now, of course, I've done different things with WWE 13. As you've noticed, I do this only for one night, and that's Saturday. So therefore, I do videos on that. I do little matches from my camera to the Wii, and post it up on YouTube every Saturday night. Now, in comparison to the more popular games, I mean, WWE is popular, but not like ultimately popular. I'm talking about Call of Duty, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, even games for the Wii U. I mean, I'm looking at GameStop.com right now, and like I said, there are people that would want to do sort of things, like they want to be the first. You know, it's like, you know, little trolls. You know, they say first, second, third. You know, you've seen that in various on various channels in which, you know, certain people will just cover the game, whether it's a review or they plan on playing it straight through from start to finish, show off all the DLC and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying that everybody actually does this, but I'm saying with every little thing that they do, I had to ask the question, really, is shelling out like $500 for one console really worth it? Or is shelling out like $70 for one game really worth it? I mean, you have to ask yourself this question. For a game that is so popular, or for games that are so popular, they need to be on the spotlight. Do you think that, you know, you shell out something that's close to your nest egg or your life savings worth all that money? Some people think so. I don't. I'm not saying this as, you know, it's wrong to do it. I mean, you know, it's your life. You want to shell out $1,000 out in a blue moon just for something that will inevitably go down within a few months' time, then hey, that's completely fine. And you know what, I can say I have no problem with that. Or hell, even with Epic Mickey 2, many people are going to probably get that because it has Mickey Mouse in it, and of course Mickey Mouse is still the most popular cartoon character of all time. And like I said before, it's excuse me, it's fine if you excuse me, it's fine if you want to shell out that sort of money. If you want to do it, more power to you. But I'm asking, you know, as common sense. Not game logic, common sense. Really, out of common sense, is it really worth it just to shell out that much money for a certain game or certain console when it's just, you know, fresh out of the factory and sent out to various retail locations and of the like? Because, you know, you will pay an arm and a leg for this one console, and you're not sure if it will play for you. I mean, I'm not saying that all consoles will indeed play. They will play, or there might be a bug in it. It's like saying, for instance, take for example my computer, my Lenovo. It has Windows 7 on it. Now, since Windows 8 has just come out, Windows 8 might be the second Vista. Or hell, even worse, it could probably be another XP. We're not certain. All the bugs aren't worked out, but yet, when you think about it, is Windows 8 really getting worth it? Yeah, let me say that again. Is Windows 8 really worth getting, as it might be a second Vista or a second XP? Yeah, I said second Vista or second XP. I mean, you have to really think. I mean, I was at GameStop not too long ago, about, I believe, 2 hours ago, while I was out doing some grocery shopping, and I noticed this. There was a long line of people at GameStop. Now, the GameStop where I am is not so far away. It's about like a 15-20 minute drive, and it's not that far from my house. Now, on foot, it'll take me about an hour if I went there by foot. But if I were to be carpool there, or if I drove there, it would take me about 15 to 20 minutes. And and like I said before, I saw a long line of people. Most likely, the register right here. The people were right there. And note, the line was about, it's like this. Here, here. Register, people. And people were right here. I don't know what was going on. Maybe it was the Wii U. Maybe it's possible that, you know, some kids were getting some Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. If they were getting GTA 5, anyway, in any case, my point is this. Since we're in a society in which if you don't have the latest edition of this, or if you don't have the new up-to-date upcoming console or computer that you have, then you're going to be up shit creek without a paddle. Me, I'll say this. I value my individuality. I don't know about the rest of you guys. But if you're like me and you value your individuality, then you know that's what counts. Now, I should also mention within that line of games that are popular, I should also mention Minecraft. Minecraft is like a disease. I don't know why. Suffice to say, it's like, if you don't have Minecraft, I say, oh, Minecraft. I don't see how people can actually do that, unless they just don't have a life, or they just have too much time on their hands. I'm not saying for those who are playing Minecraft do not have time on their do have too much time on their hands, or they don't have a life. Don't hate me for saying it. I'm just voicing out my opinion. But really, to honestly think about it, I feel that, you know, for people to spend that much time on one game, that's far too much. It's hard on the eyes, and I don't see the point in, you know, spending like that much hours on one design. I mean, if you could do that on a game screen, imagine what you do on paper. I'm just saying, if you could do that on a monitor, imagine what you could do on paper. I feel that this new age, where we rely on computers or technology as a whole, it somehow made part of us complacent. You know, we rely on it. We need it. And I'm sorry to say, but well, I'm not sorry to say this, but gosh, I should really know what I'm saying. But really, it can't compare to, you know, the interaction of another person, you know, or the fact that, well, really, it's about that, you know. It can't compare to having another person at your side, you know, somebody to talk to, somebody, you know, or even friends. Now, I mean, I use my computer as a means to my work, and since I'm an author, I basically use it after hours to get some work done on my novels, or or I get some parts done for my my future LPs. Either way, it's not being the time that I use with my computer is not being wasted. After all, I'm a night person, so therefore, after working during the day, I get on the computer at night and boom, there you go. I use whatever time I have with my friends, or my evening time rather, with my friends and my loved ones, very much easily. Like around 7 to 10 or 7 to 1, that's when, you know, that's my time with them. After hours, within we'll say 1 a.m. to say 6. That's my time. That's the time I use to work. So therefore, it doesn't matter what I do, that's what I do while I'm on here. But I don't spend all my time on the computer. Actually, since now, this is how I spend my time. I spend my evening on here. But when I'm not here, when I'm not on this computer, or I'm not talking to the masses, I spend time with my family. I basically spend time with my family and check on them and make sure that they're okay. And during the day, I like to basically do this. Work during the day. I like to make sure that the house is still functioning as it should. All these things, that makes me an individual person. But as I was saying before, going back on topic, as a person, you should know that, it's good to have your individuality. That's the whole point. It's good to, be part of a community, be part of society, but still at the same time that you are part of it, remember that you're you. You don't have to follow the crowd. You don't have to basically say, oh, I'm going to get this just because everybody else is going to get it. My point is exactly that. Remember, folks, although we are one big melting pot of a planet, as humans, we are individuals. We don't have to go with the flow. We can go against the current, and we can do whatever we feel is right, what we like to do within our spare time and everything. You don't have to be part of the crowd. You can be part of something else. Which I feel, that's what sometimes I feel the gamer community often forget. You don't have to do the same game. You do something totally different. That's what I do. That's what everybody else online do. Or at least I hope they do the same thing. They don't have to do the popular thing. They can do something that basically doesn't have to be so popular. They can do something that nobody has ever heard of. Like what I do. I do games that nobody has ever heard of more times than people think. And with that, that makes my character. That makes who I am so special, so different and unique. So with that, although it may not appeal to some people, I'm not here to appeal to some people. I can only do what I can, and I can only do the best that I can do regardless of what is coming to me and what's coming against me, because I had to work both sides of the field. So I just wanted to share that little message of individuality with the masses. So with that, folks, I have been the Tenkaichi of gaming, Ichigo Musco, and I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Until then, Tenkai Muso.